There is a certain kind of woman who doesn't ask for attention, yet sees everything. She listens more than she speaks. She notices what others miss. And while she appears calm on the surface, her mind is always 3 steps ahead. Her strength did not come from comfort. It came from absence. Her independence was not taught. It was forced. She was shaped in a time when emotional safety was never guaranteed, and depending on yourself was not empowerment. It was survival. In this video, you will discover what happens inside her mind when she loves, why she seems distant even when she cares deeply, and why she can walk away from what others would beg to keep. You'll understand why she trusts slowly, why she rarely explains herself, and why solitude doesn't weaken her, it restores her. By the end, you will not only understand her behavior, you will understand her wiring. Because this is not just about personality. This is about adaptation, survival, and the silent psychology of a woman the world taught to be strong too early. And once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. Before we dive in, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. There is a moment in every woman like her that most people never notice. It's the moment she realizes she cannot afford to be emotionally careless. Not because she doesn't feel deeply, but because somewhere early in her life, she learned that stability can disappear without warning. Psychologically, this realization does something profound. It shifts the brain out of passive dependence and into active self-regulation. Instead of assuming safety, her nervous system begins scanning for patterns, inconsistencies, and signals. This is not anxiety in the traditional sense. It is adaptation. Research in developmental psychology has shown that children who grow up with inconsistent emotional availability often develop what is known as adaptive self-reliance, a neurological and psychological shift where the prefrontal cortex becomes more actively involved in emotional regulation. This is why, as an adult, she rarely reacts impulsively. Her brain has been trained to pause, assess, and respond strategically. What appears to others as emotional distance is often emotional precision. She learned early that reactions have consequences, and so she became deliberate. This is also why she does not trust easily. Trust for her is not given based on words. It is constructed slowly through observation. Her brain prioritizes behavioral consistency over emotional intensity. Neuroscientific studies have demonstrated that the human brain encodes emotional threat more strongly than emotional comfort, especially during formative years. When unpredictability becomes familiar, the brain compensates by becoming exceptionally skilled at prediction. This creates a woman who notices subtle shifts in tone, energy, and intention long before others do. She reads what is not said. She senses what is not shown. And this ability is not accidental. It is the result of thousands of micro-experiences where her psychological survival depended on awareness. At the same time, this woman develops an unusual relationship with emotional independence. Unlike individuals who associate independence with freedom, she associates it with safety. Independence becomes her baseline, not her rebellion. According to a longitudinal study published in the American Psychological Association's Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, individuals who experienced early autonomy out of necessity, not choice, tend to develop higher internal locus of control. This means they believe, at a neurological level, that their survival and stability depend primarily on their own actions, not external support. This is why she solves problems quietly. While others seek reassurance, she seeks solutions. While others look outward, she looks inward. Her brain has learned that control reduces uncertainty, and uncertainty was once the greatest threat she knew. But here is where it becomes even more fascinating. This same psychological structure that makes her appear emotionally self-contained also makes her extraordinarily resilient. Resilience is not the absence of stress. It is the ability of the nervous system to recover quickly after stress. Studies referenced in the Journal of Adult Development have found that individuals with early adaptive independence often show higher functional resilience in adulthood. Their cortisol response, the stress hormone, activates efficiently but also stabilizes faster. This means she may feel stress just like anyone else, but her system is designed to regain equilibrium without external intervention. This is why she appears calm during chaos. Her nervous system has practiced recovery her entire life. However, this strength creates an internal paradox. The very mechanism that protects her can also isolate her. Because relying on others was never guaranteed, her brain never fully integrated dependency as a safe option. Psychologically, dependency requires vulnerability, and vulnerability requires trust in external stability. If stability was once unreliable, the nervous system treats dependency as a calculated risk rather than a natural state. This is why she may hesitate before opening up emotionally, not because she lacks emotional depth, but because her brain evaluates emotional exposure the same way it evaluates physical danger, with caution. And yet, when she does allow someone into her inner world, the bond she forms is exceptionally strong. Because it was not formed impulsively, it was formed consciously. Another defining characteristic emerges in how she relates to solitude. Most people experience solitude as either comfort or loneliness, depending on context. But for her, solitude is regulation. When she is alone, her nervous system returns to its baseline state of safety. There are no unpredictable emotional variables, no need to monitor, adjust, or interpret. Cognitive psychologists describe this as self-regulated equilibrium, a state where the brain functions most efficiently because it is operating within familiar parameters. This is why she does not fear being alone. Her brain was shaped in that environment. Solitude is not absence, it is restoration. This also explains her unusual strength in decision-making. Decision-making is fundamentally a neurological process involving risk assessment, memory integration, and future projection. Because she learned early that decisions had real consequences, her brain developed stronger predictive modeling. She naturally considers long-term outcomes. She evaluates sustainability, not just emotional satisfaction. While others may choose based on how something feels in the moment, she chooses based on how stable it will remain over time. This is not emotional detachment. It is neurological efficiency shaped by experience. And yet beneath all of this strength exists a deeply human reality. Her independence was not created because she did not need connection. It was created because connection was not always guaranteed. The human nervous system is designed for attachment. Even the most self-reliant individuals retain the biological architecture for emotional bonding. What makes her different is not the absence of this need, but the way her brain manages it. She does not seek constant reassurance, but she values consistency more than intensity. She does not require constant presence, but she recognizes genuine stability immediately. Her brain is not searching for someone to complete her. It is searching for someone who does not disrupt the stability she built herself. Over time, this creates a woman who moves through the world with quiet certainty. She does not need external validation to confirm her worth, because her sense of identity was formed internally. Identity, in psychological terms, becomes strongest when it is constructed through self-reference rather than social feedback. This is why she remains grounded even when external circumstances change. Her stability is internal, not situational. And perhaps the most misunderstood part of her psychology is this: her strength was never about becoming invulnerable. It was about becoming adaptive. The human brain is not designed to avoid hardship. It is designed to adapt to it. Her mind did exactly what it was built to do. It observed, it learned, it adjusted, and over time, It created a system capable of surviving uncertainty without losing coherence. This is why she does not break easily, not because she never experienced pressure, but because pressure was part of her psychological development. Her nervous system learned that discomfort is temporary, that instability can be survived, that even in the absence of support, recovery is possible. And once a woman learns that she can survive alone, something irreversible happens in her psychology. She no longer fears loss the same way others do. She no longer fears endings with the same intensity. Because at the deepest neurological level, she knows something most people spend their entire lives trying to learn. She knows she will be okay, not because life promised her stability, but because she became it. What makes a woman always chosen without ever chasing love? It's not luck. It's not beauty. It's something far deeper, something psychological. This video will reveal the hidden traits that make her unforgettable, respected, and desired, effortlessly. Watch now on your screen. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.